You wake up, and nothing is wrong. The house is quiet. The morning is normal. Your phone alarm goes off like it always does. You get out of bed. You brush your teeth. You check your messages. And somewhere in that moment, before the day even begins, you feel it. Not sadness, not anxiety, not even tiredness, just a strange absence, a flatness, like your emotions are running at 30% instead of 100. You can still smile, you can still function, you can still go to work, talk to people, even laugh sometimes. But deep down, something is missing. The things you used to look forward to don't really pull you anymore. Music doesn't hit the same. Food tastes fine, but not exciting. Weekends arrive, and instead of anticipation, you feel nothing. You sit there asking yourself a quiet question you almost feel guilty thinking. What happened to me? You didn't go through a tragedy. You didn't lose everything. Your life might actually be okay. And that's what makes this feeling so confusing. Because if nothing is wrong, why does everything feel empty? You start wondering if you're becoming lazy. Maybe you lost ambition. Maybe you lost passion. Maybe you just grew up and this is adulthood. But there's another possibility. One almost nobody explains. You didn't lose happiness. Your brain lost sensitivity. Right now, your mind is living in a world it was never designed for. For most of human history, excitement was rare. People waited for things. They anticipated. They worked toward rewards that came slowly. Conversation took effort. Entertainment required presence. Even boredom existed, and boredom played an important role. Because boredom is not a problem. Boredom is a reset. Boredom is where imagination wakes up. Boredom is where motivation is born. But today, boredom almost never happens. The moment silence appears, we remove it. We reach for our phones. Just a quick check. Just one video. Just one scroll. And without noticing, your brain enters a constant stream of stimulation. Every swipe is new information. Every notification is a surprise. Every short video is a mini reward. Your brain releases dopamine. Now, dopamine is misunderstood. Dopamine is not happiness. Dopamine is anticipation. It is the chemical that tells your brain, this might be rewarding. Pay attention. It's what pushes you to explore, learn, and pursue goals. But the system has a limit. Your brain adapts to whatever environment you give it. If rewards come slowly, your brain becomes sensitive. If rewards come constantly, your brain protects itself. It lowers responsiveness. This is called desensitization, not damage, adaptation. Your brain is not broken. Your brain is adjusting. When stimulation becomes non-stop, your brain raises the threshold required to feel excitement, which means normal life starts feeling quiet, and quiet starts feeling like emptiness. You notice it in strange ways. You open an app automatically without thinking. You close it 2 minutes later. You open another. Nothing holds your attention. You start a movie and stop halfway. You think about goals but feel no drive to begin. You scroll even though you're not interested in what you're watching. You're not entertained, but you can't stop. Because your brain isn't searching for enjoyment anymore. It's searching for stimulation. And stimulation is not the same as fulfillment. Your mind is constantly busy, but emotionally underfed. This is why you feel tired without doing much. Not physical tiredness, mental tiredness. Your brain is processing hundreds of micro-experiences per hour. Tiny decisions, tiny reactions, tiny expectations, all day. every day. So when real life appears, slow conversations, long-term goals, gradual progress, your brain struggles to engage, not because you don't care, because it now expects immediate reward. You haven't lost motivation. Your motivation system has been overwhelmed. Think about childhood for a moment. Remember how small things felt big? A weekend felt exciting. A new song could stay in your head for days. You waited for TV shows. You waited for friends. You waited for events. Anticipation created emotion. Now, almost nothing requires waiting. Music is instant. Shows are endless. Communication is constant. Information never stops. Your brain rarely anticipates. It consumes. And without anticipation, excitement fades. This is the hidden cost of overstimulation. It doesn't make life stressful. It makes life dull. So you begin to misinterpret your own mind. You think, I'm not passionate anymore. I lost my drive. I might be depressed. But here's something important. Depression removes emotional capacity. Overstimulation suppresses emotional response. They look similar, but they are not the same. In depression, even meaningful moments feel painful or heavy. In overstimulation, meaningful moments feel muted. You can still care. You just don't feel the emotional intensity you remember. Your brain hasn't forgotten joy. It's simply recalibrated. What counts as a reward? And real life can't compete with artificial intensity. Your phone delivers novelty every few seconds. Life delivers novelty slowly. So your mind starts favoring quick stimulation over meaningful engagement. You postpone tasks. You delay goals. You procrastinate. Not because you're irresponsible, but because starting requires effort without immediate dopamine. Your brain says, why work for a reward when I can get one instantly? And you listen, even if you don't want to. Then guilt appears. You promise yourself you'll do better tomorrow. Tomorrow arrives, and the same cycle repeats. You start calling yourself lazy. But laziness is the wrong word. Lazy people feel comfortable doing nothing. You don't feel comfortable. You feel frustrated. You want to want things again. You want music to move you. You want mornings to feel fresh. You want to look forward to something. You want your mind back. And the reason you feel this frustration is actually good news. It means your motivation system is still there. It's just buried under noise. Your brain has been trained to operate at high stimulation levels, so normal life feels like silence after a concert. And silence feels empty only at first. But silence is also where sensitivity returns. Right now, your brain is not starved of pleasure. It is saturated with input, and saturation dulls perception. Think about entering a brightly lit room after being outside at night. At first, everything is overwhelming. But stay long enough and your eyes adjust. The same happens in reverse. If you live constantly in brightness, darkness feels uncomfortable. Your brain lives in constant mental brightness, notifications, movement, information, sound. So when real life slows down, your mind interprets it as lack instead of rest. You reach for stimulation again, not because you want entertainment, because you want relief from quiet. But quiet is exactly what restores emotional sensitivity. Your excitement didn't disappear. Your baseline shifted. You are not less alive than before. You are overstimulated beyond what your nervous system evolved to handle continuously. The human brain thrives on cycles, engagement and recovery effort, and rest input and reflection. Modern life removed reflection. We replaced pauses with scrolling. We replaced waiting with refreshing. We replaced boredom with distraction. And boredom, the thing we tried to eliminate, was actually essential. Boredom activates imagination. Boredom activates planning. Boredom activates motivation. Without it, the mind never needs to generate interest internally. Everything comes from outside, so your inner world becomes quieter. Not because you lost depth, because your attention is always occupied. Your thoughts don't wander, they get interrupted. Your emotions don't grow, they get replaced. Your goals don't develop, they get postponed. And eventually you sit there thinking, why does nothing excite me anymore? Because excitement requires contrast. If everything is stimulating, nothing feels special. A message notification and a real conversation start feeling similar. A short video and a real experience compete for the same attention. Your brain stops distinguishing intensity. It simply seeks frequency. More inputs, more updates, more novelty. But novelty is not meaning, and meaning is what creates lasting emotion. This is why, after hours of stimulation, you still feel unsatisfied. Your brain was active, but not fulfilled. You were busy, but not engaged. And deep inside, your mind is asking for something simple: space. Not productivity, not achievement, not motivation speeches. Space. Space to process, space to anticipate, space to care again. Because excitement grows slowly. It cannot survive constant interruption. Right now, your mind never completes emotional cycles. Every time a thought begins, a new stimulus replaces it. Every time interest appears, distraction cuts it off. Every time focus starts, attention shifts. Your brain remains in a permanent state of partial engagement, half interested, half present, half energized. So you interpret that as emptiness, but it is actually fragmentation. Your attention has been divided so many times that your emotions never reach full intensity. You don't need a new personality. You don't need a new life. You need a reset of stimulation balance. And the encouraging truth is this: your brain can recover sensitivity surprisingly quickly, because it never lost the ability to feel. It only lost the chance. When stimulation decreases, anticipation returns. When anticipation returns, dopamine normalizes. When dopamine normalizes, ordinary experiences regain color. Music sounds richer. Conversation feels warmer. Goals feel possible again. Not instantly, but naturally. You will not force excitement. You will allow it. Your brain already knows how. It just hasn't been given the conditions. And that realization changes everything. You are not broken. You are overstimulated in a hyper-stimulating world. And once you understand that, the feeling stops being mysterious. It becomes understandable. And what is understandable can be reset. Now that you understand what is happening inside your mind, we can talk about what to do. And the first thing I want to tell you is this: you are not going to fix this by forcing motivation. You are not going to solve it by pushing harder. You are not going to suddenly wake up tomorrow full of discipline and energy. Because the problem was never effort. The problem is stimulation imbalance. Right now, your brain is operating like a speaker turned all the way up for too long. At first, the music sounded powerful, but after hours at maximum volume, the sound becomes distorted. Not because the music changed, because the system is overloaded. Your brain needs something very specific. Not more excitement, not more information, not more productivity plans. It needs recovery. The same way muscles grow after rest, your mind regains interest after quiet. This is what people mean when they talk about a reset. A reset is not doing nothing. A reset is removing interference. Right now, your brain is constantly reacting. Every vibration, every notification, every small uncertainty, every piece of content. Your attention never fully lands anywhere. It keeps switching, and every switch costs mental energy. You may not notice it consciously, but your brain is performing hundreds of context changes every hour. From message, to video, to thought, to memory, to plan, to distraction. Your nervous system never settles into one state long enough to recharge. So the first step is simple but powerful. You must reintroduce stillness. Not hours, not extreme isolation, just intentional quiet. 10 minutes. 10 minutes a day where your brain does not receive external stimulation. No music, no scrolling, no background noise, no podcast, no multitasking, just you and silence. At first, this will feel uncomfortable. Your mind will wander. You will feel restless. You might even feel an urge to check your phone within seconds. That reaction is important. It reveals how dependent your attention has become on external input. But if you stay, something interesting begins to happen. Your thoughts start finishing themselves. Ideas appear. Memories surface. Your mind begins processing what it never had time to process. This is not boredom. This is restoration. Your brain is finally completing mental loops that were constantly interrupted. When these loops complete, your nervous system relaxes. And relaxation is not laziness. Relaxation is recovery. Most people today never reach true mental rest. Even when lying down, their brain continues consuming information. So sleep helps the body, but not the mind. You wake up physically rested, but mentally unchanged. Because your mind never paused long enough to recalibrate. 10 minutes of intentional quiet begins that recalibration. But there is another important moment in your day. The first 30 minutes after you wake up. Right now, many people start the day with stimulation. They open their phone immediately. Notifications, messages, news, social media. And without realizing it, they allow the outside world to set their mental pace. Your brain, fresh from sleep, is extremely sensitive. This period is when dopamine receptors set their baseline for the day. If you flood it with stimulation immediately, your brain expects high intensity for the rest of the day. Everything slower feels uninteresting. But if you protect this window, your brain sets a calm baseline. You don't need a complicated routine. You don't need a perfect morning ritual. You only need to delay stimulation. No phone for the first 30 minutes. Instead, do one slow action. Drink water slowly. Look outside. Stretch. Pray. Write a few thoughts. Sit quietly. It seems small, but neurologically, it is powerful. You are teaching your brain the day begins calmly. Your attention stabilizes. Your focus improves. Your emotional range widens. You are not adding motivation. You are lowering the noise floor so motivation can be heard again. Now we move to another key part of the reset. Single tasking. Your brain was not designed to juggle multiple streams of input constantly. Multitasking feels efficient, but neurologically, it fragments attention. Every time you switch tasks, your brain releases small amounts of stress hormones. Not enough to panic, enough to fatigue. Over hours and days, This creates mental exhaustion without physical work. You feel drained even when you didn't do much, because you were switching attention all day. The reset requires one change. At least once per day, do one activity with full attention. Just one. Eat without a screen. Walk without headphones. Shower without audio. Clean one area without distraction. Your brain begins relearning sustained focus, and sustained focus is deeply connected to satisfaction. Why? Because satisfaction requires immersion. You cannot feel engaged while divided. This is why long conversations feel meaningful, why creative hobbies feel absorbing, why nature feels calming. Your attention finally rests somewhere, and when attention rests, emotions deepen. Excitement slowly returns not from stimulation, but from presence. Now there is a third element of the reset that many people overlook: completion. Your brain loves completed actions, not big achievements, completed actions. Every unfinished task occupies mental space. Your mind keeps a background list of open loops, unanswered messages, delayed decisions, avoided responsibilities. These loops drain motivation because your brain perceives constant pending effort. So during the reset, choose one small daily completion, very small. Make your bed. Reply to one message. Organize one drawer. Walk for 5 minutes. Finish one tiny task you have been postponing. Completion releases dopamine in a balanced way, not the intense spike of digital stimulation, a steady reward. And steady reward rebuilds motivation. You begin to trust yourself again. You begin to feel capable again. Motivation is not created by inspiration. It is created by evidence. Evidence that action leads to reward. Small actions restore that connection. As the days pass, something subtle changes. Your attention lasts longer. Your patience grows. You start noticing details again. Colors feel warmer. Music feels richer. Not dramatically, gradually, because your brain is regaining sensitivity. Now let's talk about evenings. Evening stimulation affects emotional numbness more than most people realize. Late-night scrolling confuses the brain's reward cycle. Your mind continues receiving novelty while your body prepares for rest. This prevents emotional processing. Instead of integrating the day, your brain keeps consuming new input. You fall asleep mentally busy and wake up mentally tired. So the reset includes a gentle boundary. 30 minutes before sleep, reduce stimulation. No intense content. No fast videos. No constant switching. Lower light. Lower sound. Let your brain slow naturally. This is when reflection returns. Your mind organizes experiences. Your emotional system resets. Sleep becomes deeper, and deeper sleep improves dopamine balance. The goal is not perfection. The goal is rhythm. Your nervous system heals through consistent patterns, calm mornings, focused moments, small completions, quiet evenings. Within days, your thoughts feel clearer. Within weeks, your interest returns. Not because you forced happiness, because you removed interference. And when interference fades, your natural curiosity reappears. You begin wanting to do things again. Not everything, but something. And something is enough, because motivation grows from small sparks. You don't need to redesign your life. You need to rebalance your mind. Right now, your brain is not asking for more stimulation. It is asking for permission to recover. You have been feeding it constant input. Now you will feed it space. You will notice urges to check your phone. Let them pass. You will feel moments of restlessness. Let them pass. Restlessness is not a sign of failure. It is a sign your brain is detoxing from constant novelty. After a while, calm replaces it. You start thinking deeper thoughts again. You imagine future plans again. You enjoy simple things again. Because excitement does not come from intensity. It comes from contrast. When your brain experiences quiet, normal life becomes vivid again. You will not suddenly become a different person. You will become your original self. The version of you that could focus. The version that anticipated. The version that felt engaged in ordinary moments. That person is still present, just overstimulated. And recovery does not require extreme discipline. It requires small, daily boundaries. 10 minutes of silence, slow mornings, one focused activity, one small completion, calm evenings. These are not productivity hacks. They are neurological repair. You are rebuilding attention. And attention is the gateway to emotion. When attention stabilizes, your feelings return. When feelings return, meaning returns. When meaning returns, life feels alive again. You never lost your ability to care. Your brain was simply never given time to feel. Now it will. And one day soon, you will notice something surprising. You will be listening to music, or walking outside, or talking to someone, and for a moment, without warning, you feel present, not distracted, not restless, not numb, just there. And that small moment will feel different, because your mind is finally quiet enough to experience it fully. That is the reset. And once it begins, excitement doesn't need to be chased. It naturally returns. Before we finish, there is something important I want you to understand. What you have been feeling is not a personal failure. It is not weakness. It is not you losing who you are. It is a mismatch between the human mind and the modern environment. Your brain was built for rhythm, day and night, effort and recovery, connection and solitude, focus and reflection. But today, the world rarely pauses. Information never stops. Voices never stop. Movement never stops. Your mind has been trying to keep up with a pace that never existed before in human history. And at first, you adapted. You became faster. You learned to process more. You multitasked. You stayed connected. You stayed informed. But adaptation has a cost. When stimulation never ends, the brain protects itself. It lowers emotional intensity so it can survive the overload. So what you called emptiness was actually protection. Your mind was not shutting down. Your mind was shielding you from constant input. Because without that adjustment, you would feel overwhelmed all the time. Instead, your brain chose numbness over chaos. And that choice was not conscious. It was biological. Your system was trying to preserve balance, but balance requires something the modern world rarely offers: silence, stillness, completion, presence. You have been living in reaction mode for a long time, reacting to messages, reacting to news, reacting to notifications, reacting to other people's thoughts and opinions. And slowly, without noticing, you stopped generating your own inner experience. You were receiving life instead of living it. That is why things stopped feeling exciting. Excitement does not come from constant novelty. Excitement comes from emotional participation, from attention, from being mentally present in a moment long enough for it to matter. Your brain cannot feel meaning in a moment it never fully enters. And when your attention is divided all day, every day, moments pass through you without leaving a mark. So your memories feel thinner, your days feel repetitive, your emotions feel muted. Not because life lost color, because your awareness has been pulled in too many directions to absorb it. But here is the hopeful part. You do not need a new life to feel alive again. You need a new relationship with attention. When you sit quietly for a few minutes, you are not wasting time. You are giving your mind space to reconnect. When you slow your mornings, you are not being unproductive. You are stabilizing your mental state. When you focus on one task, you are not falling behind. You are rebuilding depth. Depth is what creates satisfaction, and satisfaction is what your brain has been missing. Not excitement, not pleasure. Satisfaction. The feeling that a moment was complete. The feeling that you were fully there. The feeling that something actually reached you. Your mind wants depth more than it wants stimulation. But stimulation has been easier to access, so your brain chose what was available. Now you are choosing what is nourishing. At first, it will feel unfamiliar. Quiet may feel uncomfortable. Stillness may feel slow. You may wonder if anything is changing, but changes in the nervous system are subtle before they are obvious. Your thoughts will become clearer before your mood improves. Your focus will return before excitement returns. Your sleep will deepen before motivation returns. And one day, unexpectedly, you will notice anticipation again. You will look forward to a conversation. You will enjoy a simple activity. You will become interested in something small, not intensely, but genuinely. That moment is important because it means your emotional system is waking up. You are not forcing joy. You are rediscovering sensitivity. The world has not become more interesting. You have become more present. For a long time, you thought something inside you was fading, but nothing was fading. Your attention was scattered. Your mind was busy but undernourished. Now you are feeding it what it actually needs: time, space, completion, presence. You do not have to eliminate technology. You do not have to isolate yourself. You only need boundaries strong enough to let your mind recover. You are not trying to escape the modern world. You are trying to live inside it without losing yourself. Because losing excitement is not about losing happiness. It is about losing connection. Connection to moments, connection to thoughts, connection to other people, connection to your own inner life. And connection returns when attention returns. So be patient with yourself. Your brain learned a fast rhythm over years. It will relearn a balanced rhythm over days and weeks. Do not measure progress by constant happiness. Measure it by small signs: a longer attention span, a calmer morning, a completed task, a genuine smile, a moment that feels real. These are signals your nervous system is stabilizing, and once stability returns, emotion follows naturally. You will not chase excitement anymore. You will experience it, not as a constant high, but as real engagement, the kind that lasts longer than stimulation ever could. Tonight, you do not need to change your entire life. You only need to begin. 10 quiet minutes. One slow morning, one focused activity, one small completion. That is enough. Because resetting the mind does not happen through intensity. It happens through consistency. Small daily signals telling your brain, you are safe to slow down. And when your brain feels safe, it opens again. Your curiosity returns. Your motivation returns. Your emotional depth returns. Not because you found something new, because you finally had space to feel what was always there. If this message resonated with you, it means your mind has been asking for rest for a long time, and you are not alone in this. Many people today feel the same quiet exhaustion and cannot explain it. So if this video helped you understand yourself even a little, stay with this journey. Subscribe, and each time you feel mentally overwhelmed, restless, or disconnected, come back here. These moments of pause are not escapes. They are resets. And sometimes 10 minutes of awareness can change an entire day. Your mind does not need to be pushed harder. It needs to be heard. Tonight you listened, and that is where recovery begins. Take a slow breath. Put your phone down after this. Give your mind a few minutes of quiet. Let the day end gently. You are not broken. You are recovering, and feeling will return. Good night.